What redemption update happening never? Yep, sounds about right. Fingers crossed we can take out some of these new light tanks. Ah. Let's hopefully find... Used to love what console back in the day, but I stopped because every game was one-sided. You can overcome it, but it takes a lot of time and effort to learn, and even then you can just have blowout games where you have to accept the fact that you're gonna lose straight from the beginning. I'm just hoping that we get some better updates in the future. Like ones that give us a bit more content, if that makes sense. Ah. Nice to see a T249 disappearing. Hey there, bad chick. How are you doing? You figured out that the official channel has your comments disabled? Oh no. What were you saying in the comments? It's not surprising. Oh no. This map is a bit rubbish for the T92. Pointing out the issues, but you didn't use any profanity. I don't know what your messages are, but I mean, you shouldn't be banned for giving your opinion. Depending on what you said, of course. I don't know what you've actually said. Oh no, I missed. It's like they can choose not to like your opinion. Or not to listen to it, but I don't think you should be silenced. Let's see if we can pen this this ruthless. Oh, there's a TVP actually. Kind of wanted to get just the light tanks, but they obviously YOLO'd like the majority of them do. Ah, skillfully aimed that one. Oh no, I went too far right. Doesn't matter. The game definitely has its problems, I won't lie. But they're problems that could be fixed if Wargaming wanted to. Which is the most frustrating thing. It's not like it's core game issues, it's just like they keep doing things that are just nobody asked for. It's like the new light tank could have been perfectly fine if they just had the overheat mechanic. It would have been absolutely fine if it could like burst maybe 1,000 damage in one go. Cool, it's novel, it's unique. And then you have to reload or like wait for it to cool down for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then you can output another 1,000 or whatever. That's fine. But the fact you can just dump out all like 192 rounds, I think is the main problem. And then you've got like a 30-second wait time, and then, as I said in the video today, you just have so much. Like, you are literally a better light tank than every single other tier 10 light tank, because the concealment's better and the view range of the tank is actually, like, second best. It's actually, like, joint second, but because of the fact it has the lowest still concealment, basically means you're gonna outspot every other light tank. Which would be fine if it was balanced in the fact that, you know, you actually had a balanced main armament, but completely missed the mark, I think, with that one. Which is frustrating because I don't know that they're going to do anything about it. It's like we'll jump in to some heavies in a minute. I just wanted to warm up on the controller. I managed to get the batch at 155.58 today. It was one of the last tier 10 French tanks I needed, so that grind is done. That was pain as well. We just need more content, to be honest. Like, I find there's like a severe lack of like content at the minute. Like, other than the base content that we've had for years and years. Oh, there was multiple people there. I was about to say 800 to the missing, the T10 or whatever it was. Oh, it's a waffle. That is why you don't push up to somewhere like that in a waffle. I think this guy's gonna try and run away. Oh no. Right, time to help the hill. Oh damn, there's a lot of boys all bunched up together. What are you doing? Come on. Oh lord. Well, that's a feels bad. We've lost this game though. Because they're going to win the hill maybe. Unless I start derping these guys. Oh my god, it's just a pounding going on. Come on. Oh, there's just so many tanks. This is going to be a fat L. Good farm though if I could survive, but I think I'm just going to get spotted and it'll be good night. I still think they need the max tank type, like tank amount in the game, like you say. That would help with a lot with like some of the games where it is just full. Oh yay, here we go. The Quillin is triggered. Boys, TDs, please. I can't get the depression. Guess I'll have to finish him off myself. It's just funny because he bounced off me as well. Oh dear. What's that? T-54E1. Oh no, I missed by a mile. No. What is these YOLO lot? Oh, of course. Well, I guess the OPRT can't do anything to the OP249. One of my favourite heavies that I have is the IS-4, and I think it's a hidden gem. Oh, honestly, the IS-4 is so good. Really is actually very good. I love playing that thing. I haven't played it a whole lot, but when I did play it, honestly, the armor actually works, which can't be said for a lot of tanks in the game. Like, in the current meta anyway, with all of the accuracy changes and stuff that have gone on. Could have actually had like 7k this game. If that T-249... I shouldn't have gone to the left of the building. Should have stayed on the right. Oh, not even close to the second mark. This tank is a grind. Let's see if we can have a game in the 58. This would be my second ever game in this thing. It seems kind of pointless, you know, the 58. I don't know if it's just me, but there doesn't seem a point in it. Because the tier 9 literally reloads in the same time that your intro clip is. I don't have the i7 yet, but I like my 257 way more than my i4. 257 just has like stupid sidearm. It's like proper, just like any old person can just roll around in the 257. You're better off sitting like side on in the 257 than you are frontally. They give out tier 2 premiums as rewards. They do occasionally bring back like the tanks so you can buy them, I think. Very occasionally. Not seeing as many T249s today, which is a good sign. Right. Come on. What is going on over here? Why are there two heavy tanks at the back? Ha! That's what you get for camping at the back. What the hell was that? Never seen heavies that far back at the beginning. You sold the 15558? I mean, the game I had earlier wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Like, I mean, the French arties don't seem to be very good since the changes to the HE. I mean, the splash on them is pretty terrible. This guy's gonna come back. Ah. Where's this guy going then? Right, boys, we're not capping. I'm sorry to say. I've been getting counter-batteried a lot as well the last couple of days. Whenever I've played arty, like, I don't know why. It's so pointless. Oh no. We will be jumping into some actual tanks soon, don't worry. I'm not just going to sit here and play arty the whole day. Didn't think that one would go in, but play the waffle? That is playing with fire. Can't hit anyone here. I lie. Oh no, I don't. Come on. Thank you, game. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Don't worry, just killing a tier 10 and an arty from full health. Ah, yes, I see. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What was the E4 just doing? Well, the machine's about to find out he was power crept. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that was a Bert moment. The E4 was trying to be an airplane. Yeah, that's about it. You've been playing War Thunder? I played that on PC for a little bit. It was fun. It was fun, but it's just another time sink that I don't have time to play a game like that. I have a tank I do want to play though. Let's see what we can do. I feel like I'm gonna get messed up in this one. Osati players need to have a truce with each other. No blind fires until spotted. Yeah. There's nothing more infuriating because it's not worth it because like 90% of the time you just end up splashing the enemy arty for like 100 and it's like after you've hit or splashed them once, they just keep moving after they fired if they're a decent player, so like there's no point. So and then they just keep firing off every time that you fired in the same locations and they end up spending like half the game doing no damage, whereas if they just actually focus someone on the enemy team, it's much better. Yep, not even the side skirts will save me. No, I mean the side armor of this thing, I can get penned anyway by the standard AP. Which is, yes, very good. Like, if they hit above the side skirts, like, to the rear of the tank, I can get penned. I feel bad for any light tank mains. Like, they're just gonna get... Like, I don't know how you counter this thing in another light tank. Like, I don't think you can. Other than, like, running away. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can't even passive spot it because it has better view range than you, so... Thing is, like, I don't even bother trying to blind fire them back. I don't even bother. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to carry on with my game. I'll just keep moving in between shots. And then at the end, when I've actually done damage... Oh, mate. I'm so bad. I think removing the weasel and the object 120 would be wonderful. I don't really know much about Cold War, to be honest, in terms of like, I've not really played it a whole lot since for a while. So I know the new Weasel is absolutely like, it's even worse than the Toe right now. I am actually, I've been playing too much arty. My aim has gone to pot. I'm washed. Should be on like 1,000 and a bit. Instead, I've done nothing. Yes. This Sheridan is so lucky to even be alive right now. Well, they actually don't have that much. Yes, thank you, Weasel. Stuck at Hero 1 doing the Charlemagne contract. I'm actually doing that contract as well. I don't actually have the Charlemagne. Bit concerned about the view range of these things. This is also something I hope wargaming changed, is the auto-aim accuracy. Like, it's actually crazy how good it is. Like, I would never dream of just firing on the move. Like, PC is not worth it. I've played a lot of PC. I don't really know which one I prefer. Like, if I'm gonna play World of Tanks, then I would rather play PC, but in terms of a more casual experience, console is much better. Like, you don't have to focus as much. It's a lot faster as well, faster pace. Compared to PC, it's a lot slower. Like, you got to play much slower if you want to do well, which I find a bit boring. I think I have like a 58% win rate on PC, but I'm nowhere near as good as on console. But I have played like 5 times as many games, so. When I first moved over there, I was absolutely terrible. I felt like a bot, because a lot of the maps are just not actually the same. Like, you'll go to one position and be like, ah, okay, I can get hit here, compared to console. And the bushes on PC are much better. Which means like light tanks and stuff far more annoying to try and dig out. Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention. Surprised that didn't hit. I think there's a heavy that's pushing up. Yep. What is this play from the ice? Oh, this is not looking good, boys. I've got no team support. I'm dead. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Thank you, Mr. AVRE. What is this play from the... Like, this is sort of animals you have to deal with. The spot's fine, but you just need team support. Luckily, I actually had team support for once. I mean, I don't quite know what an AVRE is doing up there, but, you know, I guess we move. I guess he helped. I'm not liking the amount of AVREs in this game. Okay, then. I swear, this tank's gun feels like a potato right now. I'm gonna get greedy and get hit here. Look at the state of you. He's gonna pen me as well. Ah, yes. Honestly, hold that. What do you think you're doing? Hit the outer plate. I've never played Blitz. I know this is risky because the Saviori is probably going to be an animal and come over, but why am I not surprised? Yes. Look at you. Oh, this is why these players are just bad, man. Like, God. All he had to do was just hit one. Like, he just had to hit me there. But he hit my gun. Oh, we hit the... Ooh. Might actually be able to get one. No. No. Let me get one into you. Yes. There we go. So far, I haven't actually seen too many of the light tanks. I don't. There was one in that game. Obviously, by the looks of things, he clipped something for full health and died, which is basically every single one of these T249s at the minute. Yeah, I was finding the same thing yesterday. Hopefully we don't continue having the same level of light tanks. Although... Why did I have to jinx it? Brilliant. They've got 5 T249s. This is going to be a quick game. Of course, we've got the AMX 13105 and the Panzerwagen, so they're going to get removed infinitely quick. So, yes. I don't know why anyone is playing light tanks right now. Like, that aren't the T249. Like, this is the worst time to possibly play anything that, like, light tanks wise. Like, because you know they're just going to YOLO you, regardless of what's happening. Let's load a hash to see if one of these... They've gone up the hill, I think. Ah, yes. Ah. Yes. Got a nice hash run for you. Of course, we low roll to all hell. It's good to see that the light tanks are doing well with each other. Players who aren't checking. What are you doing then? Like... You can't predict some players. See if we can get one. I'm just going to get epoxied. I think we might lose this game. I'm not going to lie. Look at this absolute donkey. Like, if there were any TDs at the back, this guy's gone. Ah, yes, I've got an autoloader syndrome. Classic. Ah, yes. I see the T249 has had his treat with the with our boy over there. I don't know why I'm laughing, because this is just a fat little game. I'm not gonna do anything. There's no one in the back. I think I've got to keep on going back. These guys keep peeking the mid-ridge for free. This is just... Why has it got to be the Iron Army? Like, oh, out of all of the tanks. That was just a fat L game. I mean, all of our tanks went the other way. Hi there, Funky. It's nice to see you. All of our tanks went the bottom side on this map, which, yeah, I mean, is a telltale sign that you're going to lose the game. But I shouldn't have stayed. I should have reversed back and gone round the cliff. When I first saw the IS-3 deciding that he's just going to come out in front of things he didn't even know may or may not be there. Yeah, that was a terrible game. Dark days in what? Had to take a break. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Funky. Hi there, Nano. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I want to play, I want to play. Nah, it's good fun. Even if Wargaming try their best to introduce some toxicity in here. I just wouldn't want to play a medium right now. Like the 30B, you might as well just end it all. There's no point in playing 30B, the Leopard 1 right now. Glad I did all my mediums on stream the other day. So we got a few videos worth of mediums before the Chaos came out. The things like the E50 are probably going to be more meta now because you can actually bounce rounds from these light tanks. Yeah, tier 8 is also just like tier 8 mediums. Oh gosh. I feel bad. CDC? Imagine playing a CDC. Oh. Oh yes, I've just got the CDC black. Oh, that's a meme. This is a bit... The Iron Army is just not a fun tank to try. Okay. Actually have to play hold down. Almost got the inner. Come on, game. Oh no. Yeah, it's... It just ain't looking too hot right now. What did we bounce off there? Interested to know. What was this play then? Oh, I see. How, man? They just had way more tanks, man. I'm getting shafted today. Doesn't help my aim is not been the best. I should never have gone up the hill. Thing is, it's kind of an unknown on this map. There wasn't like it was way too little tanks to go up the hill. It's just they had way more. It's not even funny. And that Iron Army is, it's just better, man. When I played that tank, like, the Iron Army was crazy good. It does have a weak point on the frontal hull. Like, there's like a frontal plate, but it doesn't cover the entire hull. Otherwise, you got to go for the cupola on top. A lot of our heavies just threw themselves away without doing anything. I should have ran straight away. I knew I should have ran. Been playing too much arty. It's affecting my brain capacity. It's going down the toilet. That's what happens when you play arty. Yeah, the art NPC isn't as good. It's just annoying. I like the stun mechanic. It's very annoying. The one thing that happened during the arty changes though is like low tier arty now are actually like full on broken. Like if you play the M44, that thing is ridiculous. See if we can get up the hill. Yeah, but the gorilla and stuff, like the accuracy on those tanks is crazy. It's just you have to hit to do damage. Like, I don't think you should be able to hit those sorts of shots. Like, there's no way I should be able to hit this guy on the move. I bet I'll hit this shot as well. I did hit it. It's just bounced. Why would you go over the hill? Ah, yes. The teammate doing me a solid here by giving some cover. Just not great. I can't overpeat now. What are you doing? What is that play? Thank you. This is why I do not like playing this game. Ah, yes. Let me go over the hill on Westfield. Oh, the autoloader syndrome has been coming in today. He's still alive. He's still alive. How? Oh. Man. The games are going very well today. Yeah, well, we'll keep on moving. Maybe the T95 isn't it today. Still need to grind out the double pump on the VZ. I know I could free XP it, but do I risk playing the tinderbox? Do I trade in tanks? Never. please, Eclipse, what is, in your opinion, the best light tank which can't face tier 10? Let me have a think. Soviet LTG is trash. The British... I can't even remember what the British tier 7 is. That pretty much tells you everything. The American... Is that the T21? It's tier 6. What's the tier 7 light tank? The Dar? Nah, that's not great. I actually don't know. I'll look in the garage later. It'll give me some ideas on it. Tier 6 or 5. I will look after this game. I'll go through some of the tanks. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. It's been a while since I played light tanks, like relatively low tiers, if that makes sense. Mainly like tier 10 and stuff that I play. Or tier 9, 8, 9 and 10. I'll have a look though. This... I don't think I want to peek this guy. Because the cranny is just going to pen me inside. Yeah. This ain't the fight. The Chinese tanks are actually quite good if you buy a HE. I know it sounds stupid, but the HE rounds on those Chinese tanks, like, they give you like an extra 50% damage. Like, if you can pen things with those, it's actually pretty crazy how much damage you can deal with those. But obviously you need to know actual weak points of low tiers, which it's probably not that common. What am I doing? I am literally so bad today. Let's go support this equally. No, push, boys. Push. I see. Let's not go cap. Let's... This tank is your first tier 10 and you've not been enjoying it. Yeah, understandably, this is the hardest to play out of all of the tier 10 British tanks because it doesn't get as much armor. Hey there. Ah! Ah, yes. This could be a bad play, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's load some premium. Ah, you've fired, I see. Battle of the side scrapers. No, what are you doing behind me, man? Oh no, not good. I didn't realise it was a Jaeger. Got to push though. Ah, you fired way too preemptively. No worries. Just ah, yes. Oh, no. I knew that was going to happen, man. Today just is not my day. Tank's made up. No, I'm pretty sure it's real. I think there's one built. Don't quote me on that, but I am pretty sure the FV215B was actually made. Well, maybe not. Fair enough, you are correct. It's just the TD. I mean, that's just from one article, but I presume. This is what I call the tinderbox, because you get hit in the front, the fuel tanks are in the front, so it's just fire. What else can we play? Right, I'm gonna do something you will very rarely see me do on stream. Well, you'll just very rarely see me do ever. Oh. Why not make today just that little bit worse? We'll play the Type 4. Oh man, I hate these tanks. How much do we need for the Type 5? 234,000. This is a rare occurrence, by the way. Oh, balls. I meant to look at the light tanks. My bad. Let me grab up tanks.gg. Hey there, Shikamaru. I've probably absolutely butchered that name, but the VK2801, that is probably one of the most underrated alright, no worries, one who knows things. I'll catch you in a bit. The VK2801, the German tier 6 light tank, that thing is crazy good. I would love it if they brought back the platoon +1, -1. Like you can play with other people in a tank higher tier. Because I played in the KV2 in tier 10 games because you could play, like, for example, a tank with a light tank a tier higher, which meant you could literally play, like, and that was when light tanks got +3 matchmaking, so I could play a KV2 up against a Waffle 100 and pen it for 1,000. Those were the days. Used to deal more damage than tier 10s. Ah, we missed. What a shame. The Chaffee at tier 10. Oof. I don't know how people enjoy the Type 5, man. The thing is just too slow. Why would you... Why would you push that? That's actually crazy from him. The Tuss just wanted it. This is a risky play, but I can't be asked to go back down and around and up again, so I'm just going to go here. Ah, yes! Did we just not pen that guy? Am I about to get, like, pumped from behind? I do like losing 200 health. Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Psych. Hold that. Problem is, I know that this guy is not going to be the only one. No! Oh my. Oof! What are you doing then? Yeah. Yes. How am I doing 0 damage? Like, genuinely. Nah, that's crap. How? That's annoying. I thought I would have literally killed him just by touching him there. But apparently not. I mean, that's probably one of the best games I've ever had in the Type 4, so... let's go. We've got the ×5 XP boosters on, because I enjoy these tanks. Right. I'm just going to let you guys know that if you're doing this in your games, where you hide at the end of the game, where you're going to die instantly, what is the point? If I could do little, oh, I should have used the little gun. You're right. I'm an idiot. But yeah, if I could do a poll, or like a system where you could earn points, I would have put in, do you think this guy's actually going to get one shot off? There's no way that... Is this a bot, or do you think it's a player? Bro's probably got a higher survival rate than he has win rate. He might be on the toilet. You might be right. A PlayStation player. Ooh, shots fired. Bots never have the PC looking tag? Do they not? Nah, the battery isn't dead. He literally went here. So, he's... Yeah, there you go. See, I told you there is no point in hiding in this game, right? Because he could surprise someone and get 3 shots off at the end of the game. Or you can hide and then be looking the complete wrong way from where someone's most likely going to come and then die. So it's like, just try and play the game, because you're not going to win a 1 versus 8. And yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. And even if it was like a 1 versus 4, you don't win by camping in a corner. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're going for a Kolobanov's medal, you're not going to get it by camping in a corner. Unless you're in like a Doom Turtle or something like that. And they just keep coming 1 by 1. Like, you don't win a Kolobanov's or anything like that by doing by camping in a corner. Because all that happens is 3 people come at once. Or 1 person comes, spots you, and then they just stay back until the team come up. So you've got to, like, do something. I'm not trying to, like, stat shame or whatever. I'm just trying to give you guys some tips on, like, you could do more damage. Like, that guy could have done more damage in his game if he didn't go back to that spot. Do I not have the Type 5? No, I don't have the Type 5 at the minute. Not yet. But maybe today. Maybe today will be the time. I was kind of hoping we get in tier 10 games where there's a lot of light tanks, but apparently that's not the case. No, stat shame is okay. I mean, some people just play the game very casually, so I feel like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The only people that I'd ever bring up stats on is if they're calling other people terrible, but they're actually terrible themselves. Then I'm sorry, but don't throw stones when you're living in a glass house. That's all I'm saying. Ugh. No. No, not 2 in a row. No, there's no way. Oh. That actually made me a little bit horn, you know. That shot. Night Stalker. Let's not. How much damage is that dealing? I forgot about that tank. Oh no. No! Why did you stop? You know what? I take back everything I said about the Titanfall. $600? The amount of damage you can deal is actually pretty good. I feel bad because I'm just sat at the back in a Type 5. But at the same time, I don't know, man. Good of them. $600 to the side of an Oho, but 400 to a Indian Panzer. Can I pen this guy with the little P? No? Okay, we've just basically won this game, like, very quickly. Yeah, track absorb. Indian does have some pretty meaty tracks. You wouldn't. Oh. This is literally the quickest. This has got to be one of the quickest games today. I feel bad for the T69 because that. Yeah. That was just to feel as bad. Not only did I pen him on the move between buildings, but also set him on fire. So, apologies for the very cringy reaction as well. Sometimes you just got to vibe it out. Do I think Wargaming will actually fix the new broken tank? I hope so, because they did with the Armadillo. I'm hoping it'll be the same sort of experience, but I mean, they could not. They may not. I mean, it's just up in the air. It's Wargaming at the end of the day. I mean, they nerfed the Manticore, so I mean, I don't know, is the honest answer. This is a company that nerfed the Manticore. Oh dear. I mean, that severely broken, that severely broken light tank, overperforming it was, overperforming. I'll be honest, right, is that afternoon Firin June? I'm terrible with names, man. I'm going to be honest, right? All of the CCs could join together, community ambassadors, whatever. We could all join together, and most of the time we are collectively like joined together on topics like the new tank, for example. Like, I don't think anyone is saying that this is a good thing for the game, but it literally, it's not going to do anything. Like, I can tell you that for a fact. Like, I mean, we all did, like, literally made our complaints and told everyone about the AVRE, like, the things back in the time. What happened to the AVRE? Absolutely nothing. So, I don't think we have any impact. Damn, streaming so late. I've got uni tomorrow. Yeah, mate. I went to bed, so after work, so I am fresh. It's like waking up. I would just give it the same mechanic as the Cold War one. The overheat, that would literally solve every single bit of the problem. If they did that, where it could only burst out maybe 1,000 damage, perfectly fine. But being able to clip out anything, yeah, not okay. I think the bleed is fair because it at least allows you to do damage against tanks that you can't pen. It is annoying, but at the same time, yeah, like, you should be able to do equally, like, you shouldn't be able to remove tanks from full health, but you should actually be able to deal damage to tanks. So, like, in terms of, like, balance, like, going forward with other tanks. Do I think it should get bleed given the fact that it has the, like, damage it does right now? No. But if it didn't have the damage it does, I think they've got to keep the bleed. Because otherwise, like, what are you actually gonna... Oh god, that was terribly aimed. This is just... it ain't it. Also, it has the best camo. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it would be fine because it would be balanced because it is a good light tank. If it did less damage. Had to be super sweaty and research how to deal with the AVRE head-on and its shooter's rear drive wheel. I mean, like, I don't... The problem with the AVRE with me is it's the same mechanic that you have on the Type 5. So, like, for example, I can go to this G-Saw, do that, and 600 damage is done. Like, it's... There's no skill in it, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not having to aim. I'm literally just a case of... I can see a part of the tank, and the AVR is the exact same. Like, yes, you can aim at certain parts of the armor that will deal more damage, but for the most part, like... I like your mustache. You'll be the first one. Of course it is the gun. The only true impact is if people vote with their wallets. I feel like if you the CCs try to push people to not buy anything. Yeah, but the problem is, right, the problem is I could do that. Like, I'm happy to tell people not to spend money if they think that this is like BS or whatever. Like, 100% happy to do that. But the problem is it's not you guys who watch videos on the game and who understand like that. It's the casual players who come on and all they do is literally play like I don't know, like 10 games a week, and they just buy the tank because it's new and oh, it's a new fancy tank and I got taken out by one of those. Like, it's players that, like, those are the audience that wargaming are basically like farming. If you get my drift, like, it's the casual old men. Like, but remember, like, World of Tanks is pretty much like an older person's game. And by older person, I don't mean like, you know, 90 or whatever. I just mean like, compared to a lot of other games out there, the average age, it might be like 30, 35, something like that. Compared to like, I don't know, Call of Duty is probably like 17 or like 16 or something like that. I don't know what it actually is, but I mean, I played it at 16 as well. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I was friends with people who were like 30, 40, so like, those were the players I was playing with, who were, once again, like, a fan of the visa grind, if you know what I mean. Why did that have to go miles away? It was probably the most aim shot I've done. Eclipse, play the 8015. Yeah, sure. I can play the 8015. I like that tank as well. It's actually good. No. Got a bit of lag or something there. That was annoying. Did I start on American, German, or Brit originally? It was actually the Soviet tanks that I originally played. I got the T-43, I think was like the first tank, and then I got the 57 Heavy. Like, so I went towards the Soviet mediums, but then I went all the way to the 57 Heavy, and then I got the tier 10 Soviet mediums. If that was the question that you were asking. Could have been an extra 1,000 damage right there. There could be a bit more damage in it for me. What are we doing here then? 780. Don't really want to turn my backside to everything, but I'll do it anyway. I have the health. Yes. My good friend, the... Yes, thank you. I do love the low calibers that do set you on fire. That is good. Well, that's a way to lose about 2k hit points in half a P. Please, someone get this Panzerjäger. Where's he going? Only so much you can do on your own. Yeah, I mean, you could probably have a better win rate and stuff like that if you played with, like, good players, but... And you can have more fun as well, like, doing different, like, silly strategies that never should work, but they do. But you will definitely probably do better on your own. Like, in terms of how much damage you're dealing and stuff like that. I found that, like, when I used to platoon with other good players, like, it's just not fun because you're sharing damage between all of you, and like you're winning like 80-90% of your games. Like, I remember we did a Panzer 5-4 platoon years ago, and I think we went something like 40 or 50 games without losing, something like that. And like, we were literally going through the middle of the map. Like, 3 Panzer 5-4s driving through the middle of the road on Abbey. Like, between the castle and the, like, outer lane that you can go in by the water. Like, literally straight through the middle of the map. And we took out 14 tanks, I think, in one game, driving straight through the middle. Like, you would never get away with that on your own. But it was fun. That was a mastery badge somehow. I've always said the game is designed to keep you around the 50-50. I mean, it depends. The thing is, right, everyone thinks that, like, in order to get 60% win rate or whatever, you have to be very, very good. But all you have to do is provide, like, small changes to the gameplay style that you do and make sure you do the basics right. Like, if you just do the basics right of the game, like, every single time, like, you perfect the basics of the game, like, you could probably get to, like, 54% win rate. Most people. Like, overall. It very much depends on how much you've already played, though. Because if you've played 100k games and you're 50% win rate, you're never going to get to 60. You'd have to make a new account. But, yeah. Edelweiss or Nameless gameplay. I can do it. I'm going through the middle. We're going to be a spotting Type 5 this game. Wait, what is this matchmaking? CC matchmaking? Question mark? Only tier 9? Well, I might as well nerf myself by going through the middle. Oh dear. Oh no, not another one. What? This has to be a bot. Like, these two have to be bots, because no one actually goes there, ever. No, no, I don't believe it. I do not believe this. What is going on in this game? What in the wargaming? I missed him by a gnat's. Oh, please reload. There's a free pen in front of me. No, how is he undetected? Don't make me blind fire. Can you leave me alone? What would I say the basics are? Just trading your teammates' health, knowing when to run away, knowing when to push, aiming, so like leading shots, because that can literally add like another 1,000 damage to your game at tier 10 if you know how to lead shots compared to if you're not that great at doing it. Like, when it comes to getting above 55% win rate, it's usually to do with positioning. Like, that is the main thing that changes your game. I probably could have got a shot off there, but I was too weak. Oh, please. Like, I don't have all of the answers. I'm not the best player in the game, like, by far. Thank you, Sheikah, for subscribing with Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got tired of watching the ads every 5 minutes. I mean, if I could turn them off, I would. Can I turn them off? I don't even know. But thank you anyway. Panzerjäger. Oh, getting so unlucky. I swear the Panzerjägers have a deflector shield against me. Like, that's maybe like the 4th Panzerjäger I've just missed. Like, flat out missed. Oh, no one else hit this guy, please. Between Edelweiss or the Nameless, which one is your preference? Whatever the higher alpha damage one is, that's the one I'd get. Hi there, Carlos. It's good to see you. No bouncing this time. Ah, yes. Just thinking we go. Just keep pushing. Where do you think we're going? Let's just grom a clock with that. Stay there. RNG was not on your side then. No. Maybe I'm just a Type 4 main. Apparently we can just play the Type 4. It is like very casual gameplay though. Like, you don't really have to think a whole lot. Like, you can be very like chilled out when running the Type 4. That's maybe why so many people like it, man. Because it's just like, whatever you hit, 500 damage. And if you can do that every single time you reload, it's fine. But the armor absolutely sucks, and on bigger maps, the tank is useless. So, we haven't seen so many big maps, or maps where you need to get onto a hill, for example. So, that could change things very quickly. And artillery haven't focused me yet, so... And they won't this game, because there aren't any. It's nice to turn your brain off and go seal clubbing every now and again. Yeah, there's that's why I played Arty a lot. Like, I have way too many games in Arty, but it was when I didn't want to play the game and my friends only played World of Tanks console, so it was basically like, I have to play the game. So I literally just used to sit there chatting absolute beans and playing Arty. And that was literally it, just going for one-shots on people with AP. That was all I did. And the amount of clips I've got in Arty where I've just hit some very, very disgusting shots. Like, I Amaraked an E100 for full health with an AP round in the T92. Like, it's literally it. When I hate myself, I play the tier 10 French. Yeah, that tank is, that's not even a casual experience. Like, you've actually got to focus if you want to do good in it. Which is strange for an artillery. Because if you miss, you just miss. Like, you don't actually deal damage if you miss. Whereas the T92 is like, ah, there's 500 damage if you miss. Can we defeat the curse of the Panzerjäger? Oh, I think we can. Am I a heavy main? No, I'm a medium main / light tanks. You know, light tanks were basically all I played for a long, long time. Probably taught me how to play the game, to be honest. Ooh! I guess we can just sit here. What's that? Oh, KV4, KTT. Wait, there's no way I can pen the top of them, right? I actually don't like heavy tanks. The only heavies I like are fast heavies. Because, I hate being limited by what you can do on the game. What's going on here then? I wanted this cupola. All the arty players are playing the broken light tank instead of artilleries today. I haven't been getting many tier 10 games to be quite honest. That would have been a very silly shot if I hit it, but... Fast heavy 50B. I also mained autoloaders a lot. Like, for example, my favourite tank in the game is the TVP T50. Oh no. Oh no. I got absolutely steamed before. Going through the middle. Not the best idea. Knew that was going to happen. One of them got out the cap. I kind of threw that game, I'm not gonna lie. I could have so won that, but I was an idiot. Is it 1 AM there? Yeah, it's 1 AM. You like the 183? It's honestly good. I don't actually think console came out with just German, American, etc. I think it had most of the tech tree lines from PC, except from like obviously the new ones like Sweden and stuff like that. Poland, like everything like that. Like when it came out back in the day. I swear console had literally like all of the 4. Back on PC, it only used to have like Britain, American, German. You loved the French heavies until the tier 8. You know what's actually crazy is I loved the tier 8 French heavy. I'm not even joking. Console started with 3 nations. I did not actually know that. Maybe I did, but it's been so long that I've just forgotten, to be honest. I think my account's like 9 years and something. I wasn't there right at the beginning. I played on 360 though, so like when the graphics were so bad, like looking back on it, the graphics were horrendous. I guess this is just going to be one of those games where we lose because everyone's gone on the left-hand side of the map. This is just a bit peak. You used to have like a game back in the day. I can't remember what it was called. But like you like controlled a little tank and moved it around and stuff. It was like an arcade game type thing. That was actually part of the like loading screen that you could do whilst the updates were happening and stuff. I think they removed that though. Yeah, that was it. You played like a tiger. Yeah, yeah. What am I doing? Why am I going forward? This is not a winnable spot. Mini tanks. It was honestly fun. It was actually fun. I don't think I'd push this. Maybe I'd... It ain't an ideal situation. Screw it. I mean, I'm not going to do anything if I pull back. Might as well try. This 257 needs someone to stop the T114 from just poking him. I don't know if that was on there when it moved to Xbox One from 360. I'm not sure. I remember my first tank I got was the Hetzer. And I was atrocious. Like, I look at some of the win rates of like the first tanks that I had, and they're like 43% and stuff like that. I'm like, oh lord. I was atrocious in those back in the day. Yes, come on. Ah yes, heat at the side of the Type 4. Yeah, I'm not looking. I swear. Do you think I just won't pop up and mill you? Tortoise, why do you have to be there? I'm not going for you anyway. No, maybe I will. No, I won't. What? No, I want the waffle so bad. I'm throwing against the tortoise. The waffle's not even worth it, man. He's on 700 and I just lost like 1,000 and something. Thank you, game. Wait, where did the shell go? I went for the track on purpose. Okay. That was a, that was a... Talking about 43% plays. Actually, maybe if I watch the replay back, maybe it just went way far left than I thought, but like in the moment, it looked like it went through the trap. But I don't know. It probably didn't. It probably just went way off to the left. Or it's absolutely ridiculous RNG and it went through like a little gap in the track or something. But I don't even know if that's an actual thing in the game. I knew I should have stayed back. I did 0 damage, man. Oh no, 300. I knew it was. I think I knew it was a bad play to go in. So I wasn't that surprised. I also tried to like dog on the waffle, but I was getting into that mindset. The YOLO mindset is never a good one to be in. Is the T-77 American worth it? Probably not. It's not that great. You'd be better off just playing the tech tree ones, to be honest. It'll save you money and also, like... I mean, the T-77's okay, but I wouldn't say it's worth it. New question. What is the best Russian heavy tiers? Tier 10s? Well, I'm a bit biased because I prefer mediums. So, I really like the Object 277. But, it's probably... It depends on, like, how, like, experienced you are with the game. Because... the 277 is not the best one for like a beginner or someone like who's not played a whole lot of heavy tanks. This one here. That's probably my favourite. Then it's the IS-4. And then it's probably the IS-7. Then I haven't played the ST2, but it would probably be the ST2 and then the 705A. I hate the 705A. It's just too slow, man. And gets penned by everything. Like, IS-4 actually underrated. Actually underrated. It got some big buffs as well, so it's really good. It's in a really good spot right now. Like, I was having crazy games in the IS-4. Like, the armor actually works. Obviously against Jaegerus and stuff like that. It doesn't. But nothing works against Jaeger's heat rounds, so you know what I mean. But against like mediums and stuff, you can actually bounce in the IS-4. I mean, the 705A, it depends what, like, if you enjoy those tanks, it's fine. I just found it, like, the problem with it is, like, can we see the details? Is those, like, side plates, like, when you try and side scrape out, you just get penned in them, and it's just so frustrating. And, like, the upper plate is pennable by almost every single premium round, so, like, that kind of sucks. And it also doesn't get the great depression either, 5 degrees, so it's not that great. How did I like the ST1? This thing, really good. I like that tank. It's also got some buffs. If you're thinking, if this is the one that you're on about. The best way to get commanders? Just a season pass, to be honest, mate. Like, I'm pretty sure you get commanders in here. Like, get yourself the season pass, grab yourself a commander that has like 3-star, or like, you get like hero commanders. Like, I don't think there's actually one in this season pass. Maybe there is and I'm just not seeing it. It might be like a tier 100 extra reward or something. But there's basically like the challenges reward you with hero or premium commanders, which start off with like 3 skills, and then just use those. And then make sure you've got your commander XP boosters on, like these. Back in the day, there was like a glitch with commander XP boosters, right? And depending on how much you played, like back in the day, like you basically, they like gave everyone like times 10 commander XP boosters, like 500, 600 of them, because there was actually something wrong with how they calculated their commander XP boosts. Like, and everyone got like literally crazy amounts of commander XP boosters. Obviously I used them to get commanders leveled up back before the changes to how the commanders work now. But yeah. Type 4 heavy, which is the best? To be honest, mate, I actually don't know. In terms of the one I'm enjoying using, like this one, the 15, because I don't have to aim. I can just hit people for 400 to 600 damage. Like, and you can pen things for 1300 sometimes. So, like, I don't see any other option, to be honest. Do I have the Japanese destroyer line? I do not. I have not yet. I took quite a bit of a break, so, like, in the last, like, 2-3 months, because I was just getting burnt out. Like, I'd played this game, like, non-stop for, like, 4 years. Like, or at least in a regular, like, period of time where I was spending, like, hours every single week, hours and hours every week playing this game, and I was just getting burnt out, getting frustrated with things, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call it for a while, which is why you didn't see as many videos. Do you use a commander for each tank or just one? Basically, I have like 3 commanders for the nation, most of them. So like, I'll have 3 commanders for every single nation, except from like the off nations like China, Japan, that sort of stuff. I don't have that. But for the majority of them, I got like 2, 3, and so I'll have like a typical like heavier build. I'll have a light tank build, and then I'll have like, I don't know, a medium one that just focuses on spotting and camo and all of the standard basic skills. And then I'll just transfer between using the silver between all of the different tank types. No worries. I mean, I'm happy to answer anyone's questions. That is what I'm here for. I've spent way too much time playing this game. Uh-oh. Like, I should really go into the town over there, but it's not worth it, not when there's 2 people. Oh, they should really fall back. Played a lot of War Thunder. Started playing what, about 2 years ago? I mean, they're somewhat translatable. Like, you'll know the gist of where to like hit tanks. Like, even just knowing that actually is a benefit compared to like coming fresh into a game. Like, that's actually quite a big benefit because a lot of people will just not even know at all where to hit. This is going to be a bad game. There's not a whole lot around. Jingles had to stop playing what because of stress. I mean, you just have to like if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then you can't, like, I can't sit there and make a video where, like, I'm trying to get hyped on if I'm just, like, burnt out. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no point. Because it's just going to end up being, like, I don't know, like a salty video or whatever. And I don't want to make salty videos all the time. Like, I'll call out things that I think are, like, bad. Like, hence today's video, which was, on the new tank. Like, but in terms of, like, I don't want to make everything, like, I don't want to make toxic content, you know what I mean? Like, it's not fun to watch, and it doesn't help anyone. Also played a lot of Tarkov as well, and made a YouTube channel on that, which now pays my bills, so we're going part-time as well at the end of the month. Part-timers, yeah. Which is kind of crazy, but I can make videos on the internet, and it pays more than being an engineer. That is actually crazy to me. Whether that's a bad thing about, like, engineers, but I don't know. So hopefully I don't go broke and end up on the street, homeless. And YouTube deletes tomorrow. It was actually a difficult decision, to be honest. I'd been weighing it up for a long time because I love making YouTube videos and, like, doing everything like this. But equally, it's like, it's not a long-term thing, do you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be doing it when you're like 50. Like, it's not a career. It's like a very short-term thing, I think. So I thought, you know what, you're a long time dead, so might as well do something you love whilst you have the opportunity. That was my mentality with it anyway. Oh, can we get a pen on the underside? No is the answer. Oh, that's a feels good moment. Ramming it to 705A. There's a tank at the back, I think. Over there. I think one hit me. Every game I'm the only tank the enemy go for, I swear. And I've had plenty of games like that. This is where I wish I was in a medium. I knew he was going to bounce that. Do I have better games on EU or US servers? They're both the same. The level of players on is the exact same on both servers. I just get lag on US servers. That's literally, or not lag, but just more delay. But I've played on both. There's not really any difference. Like, people like to be like, oh yeah, I live in the Europe, so like Europe is better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm playing against better players because they want to feel like they're better. And equally, Americans are like, I'm playing on the American server, therefore American server is better. Players are much harder, or like, do you know what I mean? It's just like a, doesn't matter what one you play on. Like, the only times I really go on to American servers is like super late at night, like 3 in the morning or something in the UK time, just because it's like you just don't find games, or you end up with bots and stuff like that in the game on the Europe server because everyone's asleep at 3 AM. I mean, what weirdo would be up at 1:30 in the morning playing World of Tanks? Clearly, quite a few. Like, arties are just way more consistent now. I actually think they're in a good place, to be honest. Like, I can average like 3.5k in the T92 every game. You do that back in the day? Nah, no chance. Not easily anyway. Like, I can easily deal 3.5k in the T92 now. But back in the day, I wouldn't easily do that. Like, there was a lot more RNG involved, and like, yeah, the accuracy and stuff is better. I've definitely gone the wrong way. All of their teams over there. How close am I to getting the Type 5? There must be well, I say relatively. I mean, I must be like 150k away, something like that. We must have got like 80k XP, because I've had quite a few good games in this. A good arty player is actually like very useful on your team. And it sounds weird being like a good arty player, but you can be a good arty player. It is actually possible. See where I'm going. There's someone over there, someone. Kari could actually dump on me, but oh my lord, there's a lot back there. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. Raise the gun for the cupola. AP doesn't pen. Just need a light tank to spot the car read. Ah. $160k XP. We're getting there now. Best way to make XP. What is the best way? I mean, if you can get tracking damage. Obviously, the better you do in your games, the more XP you'll get. So premium rounds on your tanks, load up a little bit more. Start figuring out like when to swap to premium ammunition. Don't be afraid to do it. Get yourself premium enhanced rations or whatever they're called now. Enhanced combat rations. Get those in every single one of your tank. Basically, you just have to perform better in your games. And then there's also some operations that come out, like for example XP with interest. When that operation is out, that is when you farm. So when operations like XP with interest, what is the other one? String theory. Whenever those come out, just spam the game out. Like when I play during XP with interest, I can get like 30k XP a game. Maybe more. I think the most I've ever had was like 55k XP or something crazy. But I average about 20k to 30k, but that's because of the fact that I'm using ×5 XP boosters, so that also affects it. But for their normal player, you can get like 10k XP quite easily with XP with interest. So you can like 10x the speed at which you're grinding through tech trees, so Yeah, and also it makes the XP boost on the boosters like more worth using. So like you'll get more XP per booster that you're using during XP with interest, because it actually affects the amount of XP that you earn in the match, which then affects how much of the extra boost you get from the operation. So it stacks on top of it. So like say you get 1000 XP, that completes one part of the operation. But if you've got a ×5 XP booster, you complete 5 lots of that operation, which then gives you an additional, like, I think it's 50% more XP for every 1000 damage. So you've essentially got another 250% XP just from using your ×5 XP booster. And if you've got premium time and you've got the ×5 XP booster, you can get like 2k base XP, which is then multiplied by 5, so you're getting 10,000 XP. And then what you're actually getting is an additional 10 completions of 50% XP, which gives you 5 times more XP, so you're getting like 15 times XP in your game. If my maths is correct. I think it is roughly. Oh yeah, and if you finish the season, you get 25%. That is right. Let's just get this guy out of the game. Oh, I lied. The mantlet, really? Don't. What are you expecting? I have a dirt. There's a TD in the back. I never use boosters because if you lose, match boosters are used. Yeah, but you have to also think that you're still getting 5 times the XP per hour. So like when you lose, you get 100 XP, but you're getting 500 XP. So like it's still like speeding up your XP rate, because you would have lost that game anyway. So it's still speeding up overall the time by 5 times. So like I agree that if you're not particularly the greatest, like you're brand new to the game, buying XP boosters, you don't need to do it. But like as you get reasonably experienced in the game, probably the best thing to spend money on if you want tech tree tanks is probably XP boosters, to be honest. It's about the only thing I actually buy in the game. But do I recommend people do that? Probably not. Because it is quite expensive. But equally, my time is also more valuable than spending like what I work out as like 50p an hour that I'm using ×5 XP boosters for. So, you know. But I make money back from doing YouTube. So that is the reason why. It's not like how do I spend my free XP? On tanks I absolutely hate or stock grinds that are horrendous. I don't use it for like the trade-in events or whatever. And I never use the free XP boosters because I mean, the amount of free XP you actually get is so diabolically bad that it doesn't matter. Like, yes, you should use them because it's better than nothing, but like, I would never buy free XP boosters or commander XP boosters. But if you want to level up your commander, then maybe. But I don't ever need to because I've got more commanders than I'll ever need. I don't think I push up anymore because there's a lot of TDs. At least for a second. There's always campers on the hill up here somewhere. Good premium tanks. It's very difficult to give you like an answer because it depends on a lot of different factors, like what type of tanks you enjoy playing and stuff like that. Heavies and mediums. To be honest with you, I wouldn't buy premium tanks because you can get a lot of good ones just from the earn operations. Like there's a lot of ones that like get repeatedly like given out every single year. So I would hold off like buying them for a little bit because yeah, like there's a lot of good ones that you can just get anyway. Like for free. Like the earn operation, the contracts, stuff like that. Like the Charlemagne, you can pick that one up. I mean, it's not the greatest in the world, but it's better than nothing. And it's free, which is the key part. Like, it's not really necessary to buy a lot of the premiums because there's lots of good ones that are actually good and get released for free all of the time. I need a light tank or a tank destroyer to spot. But I've done some videos on like my favorite premium tanks before. If you type in best premium tanks or something like that, Eclipse, like into YouTube, it should come up. Where I'll have put a bit more thought into exactly which ones. It's easier to explain in those videos why the ones I've picked. But they're primarily like mediums and fast heavies. Because that's why I enjoy playing. I'm not going to recommend things that I don't enjoy. Well, to a degree. I'll tell you if they're good. What is my aim? I needed to get rid of the Kari because it's actually so annoying to fight. There's some good alpha. He's going to come back out though. I can already... Oh, it stinks. Oh. Well, that's boring. Yes. Honestly, I'm just a bait magnet. They'll come out to farm the fat old Type 4. The Dragon, I think the tanks that have Hesh they're tough to play, but they teach you a lot about the game. Like, they really do teach you a lot about the game because you have to understand various different mechanics that you're not usually like having to worry about, which is why I think like just spamming premium as a brand new player to the game is not necessarily something that you should do, because you're in that like learning phase. You want to actually learn as quickly as possible. Don't understand how the operations or contracts work. I'll show you in the thingy what I'll do for contracts to speed them up and stuff, and how to do them. actually cap the base. I wanted the extra 500 damage. Meh. Oh, there, Conqueror did a good game. 7k, that was good on the Conqueror. Right. So contracts, they're basically like stages, and they require you to do certain things. So like, you can only have one contract at a time. So at the minute, my one is the Charlemagne, which is doing all of this, like the stage, like the destroying one or more light tanks or mediums in any number of battles, earning 16k XP, and assisting with spotting at least 2,300 in any number of battles. So you do those. And then at the bottom, you'll see you've got vehicle requirements. So I can play World War II or Cold War. So I can play either game mode. And you'll see multiplayer, so you can't use co-op, which is like that. I don't know anyone that actually plays co-op, but you can't use it for the contract. And then you'll see it's got heavy tank and tank destroyer, so I can only play heavy tanks and tank destroyers to complete everything to do with this stage of the contract. So the assistance, the destroying one or more light tank, I have to be playing in a heavy and tank destroyer between tiers 5 and 10 on World War II, or eras 1, 2 and 3 on Cold War. So it's basically how the contracts work. So once you get the gist of it, like, that's basically all you need to know for the contracts. So every stage will have different things for each of the contracts. So like stage 7 is destroying 110 or more vehicles, self-explanatory, assisting 23,500 damage and 168k. And yes, they are limited. So after 25 days, you'll see the Charlemagne contract would disappear. So you can't do it after that. Like, all of your progress is gone as well, by the way. So if it comes up again, you have to restart. So if you don't manage to get it, you don't manage to get it. And never, trust me, never, ever, ever buy the stages for the contracts, because they are ludicrously expensive, and you can buy the Charlemagne on sale for like 6k gold. Why anyone would spend 20k gold to skip the stages is beyond me. Like, never buy the stages. It's literally the worst thing you can do. So, like, never buy the stages, in my opinion. How much more do we need to play the Type 4? 150k XP. What is the pen on these premium? 330? Top 3 maps. Redshire. Steppes. Redshire, Steppes. What's another one I actually enjoy? Vineyards. I actually like that map. I think it's one of the best maps, and it's a console exclusive as well. The map is actually good. Every time you complete, once you complete the contract, by the way, you'll get the tank. So, like, whatever you pick as the tank, you'll get it once you completed all of the stages. So like the Charlemagne contract, you'll get the Charlemagne. Got some PlayStation hate in the chat. This batcher is looking mighty juicy. Let's see if we can get some batcher meat. They're running. These are the games I don't like on console. It's because like a third of the team have already been taken out, and I've literally not even seen anyone to actually hit yet. No artillery. Leave me be. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, no. Leave me be. I'm fine, Yegru. Yes. No problem, Just Ninja. I'm glad they do help you out. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks for the follow, Burn This Taco. God, that was a bad game. Is it time for some Bert? Ugh. Maybe. I have another question for you. After you're done using a tank, do you sell it? After you're done using it to go on the other tank? No, I never sell tanks. I used to back in the day when I very first started, but I don't now. Like, because it just means I can play loads of different tanks. I mean, part of it is because I make videos that I want to be able to play any tank that I want to play. And if I kept selling my tanks and buying them back, you lose 50% of the value, so... It's just sell the tanks that you never think you're going to play again. Yeah, that's it. I mean, me, I know I'm going to end up... One of you guys is going to tell me that I should play a tank that I absolutely despise and absolutely hate, so even the ones I hate, I'd still keep. Like, I've still got the bar to grind. Like the BAR, the German tier 9 TD. You guys are gonna absolutely love watching me play that. I mean, I've got like $1 billion silver worth of tanks. If I sold them, I'll probably have $1 billion silver worth of tanks. I command you to play the 86 for 24 hours. Yes. That could be a charity stream. I am going to be doing a charity stream soon for hence the moustache for Movember. I just need to make sure I've set it up properly. The actual like donation page. But it'd be great to try and raise like, I don't know. I set a goal of like 500, but I have no idea what we can actually achieve. So it might end up that we get like 20 quid or something, and I'll be like, okay, maybe not. But I would like to do it. I've been meaning to do it for like the past couple of years as well. But always ended up shaving off my moustache because it gets itchy and it's the most terrible thing. These are the games which I hate, the Type 4 and 5. Well, thank you, Kai. I've given up in this game. Where did that actually go? Is the Japanese super heavy line really worth grinding? I could buy the Oni. No. You want the honest answer? I hated every moment of it. And this game is exactly why. I got to the flank, there was no one there, and we were already losing by 3 times as many tanks. And yes, I could have got damage if I wasn't being lazy. But I would have only been able to get like 1,000. Maybe like 1,500. My problem with these tanks is like, you can have good experiences playing in them, but in terms of like consistently having good games, you're relying on like map selection, you're relying on the enemy team actually being where you're going on the flank, and if you need to turn around and support the other side, you can't. So you have to make sure that you like, you make your decision straight away. Like if you go to a flank and realize there's not a lot of people, you have to start moving to the other place instantly, otherwise you just have a terrible game because there's no one to hit. What are my thoughts on the Tessec? It's much more balanced, is all I say. It can clip people, but it is much more balanced. Thank you, Borek, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We love the PL at the end as well, by the way. Bobber Kurva. That is honestly one of my favourite memes. I have a Polish friend as well. He's a meme. How good is the Tiger 1? It's good. It's not as good as it used to be though. In this game is better than the War Thunder one. Yeah, the DPM of the Tiger and the Hammer, the premium version, very, very good. Because in the War Thunder. What is this? What? No, stop turning the other way. Hello. The game literally just fricked me, man. No, I need... What are those plays by the Sturm Tigers, man? And the game's very good turning. Starts turning the opposite way to the turning that I wanted to. Therefore, the Sturm Tiger manages to pen me. Yay. Literally, what was that play? This is where I wish I was in like another tank, because I could have just left or gone round them. Like, it's hard to counter silly players when you're in a big, slow, heavy tank that doesn't have any armor. The Strum Tiger is honestly, is a, it's just a meme tank. Do you know what I mean? It's not that great, but it's for fun. When you go in it, you know you're probably not gonna do that well, but you're hoping to pen things. The AT-15 is the 280 damage one, whichever one that is. I think it gets a 280, like 20 pounder, is it? I'm an idiot. Nah, I'd still stick with this one. I'd stick with the 32 pounder. The 280. You probably got more DPM with the 32 pounder. Right, the games in the Type 5 or the Type 4 have gone downhill very quickly. I think it's ever since we put camo on, so apparently camo affects your game playability. I think the problem with the Type 5, Type 4 is they rely on their armor too much. So like a good player and a medium will just outplay you every single day of the week. There's not a lot you can do. Like, first shot into the track you in place. Second shot into the track after you burned your repair kit. Go around the side of you. Keep out-traversing you because your turret is slow as absolutely anything. And then you're done. There's nothing you can do against a good medium tank player. Even as a good heavy, like a good Type 4 player. If they double track you, and you're like, it's a one-on-one. You can't beat a medium, and they'll go through you every single day of the week. They'll just load premium and go straight through the front of you. Like, it relies too much on its armor, which armor doesn't work, and weak points are beyond easy to hit on this game. The best armor in the game is literally spaced armor. Like, if you had a tank that has it full of spaced armor, Iron Arnie, I'm looking at you. Like, that is the most, like, anti-noob, anti-auto-aim armor in the game, which is basically, like, the best armor in the game. Anything that stops people from auto-aiming you, like, that is literally so OP. Like, it's so good. Because 90% of people don't actually know how to aim now. Like, they literally never use the actual sniper aim, I swear. Like, they just roll around. Let me just auto aim on the move. No. Absolutely not. Get back in the pit. T249 was a good addition, buddy. Remember when we thought the Taram was good? What are we thinking here? As if I didn't pen that. I mean, I set him on fire, but as if I didn't actually pen him. Crazy. Thing is, I still think, like, I would have done more damage in another tank. Like, it's great and all being able to just auto-aim things, but... What are you thinking? I'm about to get pounded by the entire rest of the team. Oh no. I swear, the physics on the Type 4 is just so weird. It doesn't feel right. It's gonna be someone to my... How am I getting spotted? Oh, the T249's up in the bush. Or something's up in the bush. 100%. Is there any big TDs? There's an E4 somewhere, but I think there's in base. Hello there, my friend. I was getting absolutely chonked away. I am just the ultimate bait this game. Oh. Did we just pen him? Oh, no way. Alright, what do you want, man? I don't know where this light tank is. He's either like escaped over there, but in order to spot me, I was thinking he was up in there. I don't really know. Keyboard and mouse on this game feels really clunky though, like when I've used it. Like, I don't know what it is, like the delay or something is like really bad. It might just be me, but it felt really bad. Unless you're talking about War Thunder. Fair enough. We are talking about War Thunder. Yes, give me some damage, please. No, I'm so bad. Oh, I'm actually useless. I could have got an extra 200 this game. This guy is throwing against the E4. Have we ground out enough of this tank to move on? Getting a bit bored of Type 5. Let's have a game in an RE, and then we'll pick someone else. Right then. Starting to run into that long queue times now. At 2 in the morning. This is the time I usually swap to the American server. I can play the E75. I'll do it after this. I love what console, but is it dying? No, the game... In terms of like player numbers, no. There's usually like 10k people online, like not at peak times, and like at peak times like 15k, which is pretty good. So I would say no. There's been worse times on console in terms of like player numbers, but there's also been much better times as well. I think they got to do some big changes in terms of how the game is to grow, or make a new like type of audience if they want the game to grow big. Now it peaks at like 15k, so I mean they've not got back to pre 6.0, but in terms of like there needs to be more content in the game, because the game is still basically the exact same as it was like many years ago. Like there's not really been any like big updates that have provided new content to play, if that makes sense. In fact, we've gone like backwards. We have less content to play. We don't even have war stories anymore. Like, I know no one played war stories, but we don't even have that, like, something else to play. Like, yes, you've got Cold War, which is brand new. Yes, okay, cool, you've got that, but it's still the same, like, game, if that makes sense. So there needs to be, like, more events and stuff to kind of, like, keep people playing. Something a bit different, like, even if it was, like, I don't know, all tanks do like 2 times damage or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like as like an event section of the game, like where you can like mess about. You're not taking it seriously. It doesn't count to your stats or anything like that. It's just simply oh, that was an AP round. It's just simply like a mess about mode, and they just like do things like that. It doesn't sound like much, but what I mean is like it's stuff like that that I feel could change the game quite a bit. No worries. You having a good night? This guy's getting pushed. I think it's about just like opening up more opportunities for people to try new and different things. It doesn't have to be revolutionary. Like, obviously, if you can do that, then perfect. But it's about providing more value to players, I think, because I mean it's been a long time since we've got things that are free and like not purely put in for monetization. Like at some point you have to provide free stuff that players are going to enjoy that isn't purely just made to make money. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's only so much you can farm off of like providing an initial game. and keep it going. Like, you look at other games, like, I don't know, let's look at like MMOs, long-term MMOs, like they provide extra, fucking course it's a T249. Yay. Forgot those are in the game. And so like I would, like the fact we don't have achievements and stuff like that that you can work towards is like a big thing for me. Like, how have we not got achievements in the game? Or even more complex stats to our page. Like, if you think about it, look at any single game and like there are like achievements, rewards for unlocking things, like you see like the stats page. I mean, it is like the most basic stats page you've ever seen in your life. Right, so 817 games in the T57 heavy. Okay, I get my average damage, my hit ratio, like, but I've played 800 games in the tank. That's a long time of playing the tank, right? So why don't I get an American like camo for my T57 heavy? Or like something that rewards you for playing X amount of games in said tank, or something that rewards you for playing the game. Like, there's nothing. That's like, you look at games like, I always bring it up by like things like Fortnite or like Call of Duty. Like, at the end of the day, they're the same game that you play over and over again, but you're working towards like unlocking something, or like getting something new, or there's a new event that you go in and, you know, you don't have to pay for that event. But if you provide so much value to the player who's playing your game, they will spend money on your game. You do not need to produce overpowered premium tanks or overpowered like weapons in Call of Duty, or, you know, a skin or something in Fortnite, or like something like that that affects the gameplay in order to make money and actually get like money for your company. You don't need to produce overpowered stuff. You just need to produce content that is so good that people are like, why wouldn't I spend £30 on this game to buy a tank, or to buy this, or like to do this, or why wouldn't I spend 30 quid to unlock some area where I can customize my Hall of Fame or something like that. Like, I'd pay £10 to unlock like a DLC that allows me to have like a little customized Hall of Fame where I can put like things on. But we just have, it's nothing like that has been developed, and it's just like constant rinsing of the same lame things that we see year and year and year, and it gets boring. Like, you know what I mean? That's my standpoint. Obviously everyone is entitled to their own opinions, and like, I don't think mine are any better than anyone else's, but having played the game and seeing a lot of other games and playing a ton of games, like, the ones that I feel like I want to spend money on are ones that provide the most value to me without actually asking me to spend money on their game, to get an advantage or what have you. Hi there, Paddy. The recipe of Coke hasn't changed that much throughout the years. Yeah, but that's a drink. You know what I mean? If you like the taste of it, etc. But if you were to drink Coke, like 5 times a day for 3 years straight, you'd probably be like, yeah, this is a bit boring now. Like if you drank it like 5 times a day, like for, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, or what have you, you'd be like, maybe I'll have an orange squash today, or maybe I'll have a different drink or something like that. So like, I get your point, but also like, you can add things to it, do you know what I mean? It's a game, like, you can add extra bits that are just there to enhance the experience. It's like a fancy restaurant, right? Let's be real, food can only taste so good. Like, I've been to like Michelin-starred restaurants, right? And like half the time, like, you're basically paying for the experience. You're not paying for, like, the food is not that much better. Like, it is not 10 times better than like what you can get at like a decent restaurant. But you're paying 10 times more, but you're also paying for the experience and stuff like that. So like, people will spend money if, you know, your game is good, but you've also got extra bits that like improve the overall experience of going there. Which comes back to like, provide the most value you possibly can, and people will pay money. They'll be like, wait, I only have to pay 30 quid for this? That's crazy. Should I stay or should I go? If you enjoy the game, stay. Look, the game isn't that bad. What is a squid? Pound. Okay, we are not hitting anything this game. Well, I am about to have the end of my game in a second. And that is the end of my game. It'd be nice to have a new tech tree nation. I agree. It'd be great to have some new tech trees. cyber tank tech tree. Oh dear. Like, if they could introduce, like, resizable camo and customizable, like, and, like, cosmetics that you can add on to your tank and stuff. Like, that would be another nice thing. Because they can monetize it, but... But equally, like, people like customization, so... That'd be good. Feel like the game is on its way out. Didn't want to believe it when they said it's milking time. I don't know. It's kind of it could go either way, I think. It really is down to how Wargaming react. And whether they want to spend money on trying to rejuvenate the game. Or whether they just, like, allow it to fade out. And just make as much money in the process. Kind of depends on how they take it. Like, whether they're willing to spend more money to try and make it work. Or grow again, or yeah, we'll see. No worries, Zivrek. Or Vorik. Thanks, mate. I'll catch you in a bit. I don't think they'll move the new tank to Cold War, to be honest. I doubt they'll do that. I think it could have been in World War II if they did it correctly. Cheers, man. Oh damn, we've been waiting ages. I am not part of any testing or anything. The maximum time in queue has expired. What am I doing? What is going on in the menus? I don't usually talk politics, to be honest. Well, I do. I just wouldn't do it on stream. Or on YouTube. Yeah. Because all you do is just offend people. That is literally that's all talking politics is. On whatever your view is, there's going to be someone that doesn't agree with you. And they won't like it. So it just ends up toxic at the end. The new American tank is toxic. Yes. And to be honest, most politics doesn't really matter. Because, like, it doesn't really matter what you believe in. Or who you vote for or whatever. Like, 90% of the time, doesn't actually do anything. At least in the UK, anyway. But that's all I'll say on politics. Is I do not vote. No. Oh, they need to sort out the turning speed. Oh, here we go. Oh, that is spicy if it hits. I need to stop firing AP or would have done more damage. Has this guy given up? I think he might have done. Screw this tank, man. Look like the OB tank YOLO'd the other OB tanks. Yep. Let's load an AP for this guy. Oof. This could just be an AP game. Hit the rear drive wheel. Only the track though, so we didn't pen. No! We hit a stupid angle on the turret with the AP. Oh, that feels bad. Time to get clipped by the T249. Yes. I do love it. Yes. This is why HE is just better, man. I could have done so much more instead of bouncing. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it there because it's late. I'm going to get a couple hours before I have to wake up in the morning at 6. Finish off my work tomorrow. And then I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. Yeah, man. Cheers, guys. Appreciate your time. I will catch you in a bit.